That's the sign of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Play fake here on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And right away, he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said,
He's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On second down, Darnold. And Thomas has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Leopard! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Gun!
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
4 down. All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Darnold from the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
Now, check. Patriot!
On play action, they'll throw. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Watch him now, Barney! Leopard! Now let's go!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
4 down. Set! Green, 39!
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now let's go!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Handoff once to Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Set!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Now let's go!
He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On 1st down, Darnold. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Check 26, check 26.
They pitch it out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run for it with Montgomery. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey. No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he spins past him and into space. He's at the 40. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's 17-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Perkins. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, 4 down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Benjamin's got it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Here's Darnold. Thomas barreling ahead. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And out now come the Vikings. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. A toss to Cook. And he's got some space here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Strong right. Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll throw now on the final play. Trying to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Again, they go to Perkins. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Darnold from the red zone now. This throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Detroit!
4 down. Alert. Switch.
First and goal, Perkins. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gun!
Here's Darnold. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Darnold now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen. And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Still going.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let him know.
After the interception, here's Darnold. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Darnold. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They'll let the shorter back Perkins run it. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Now it's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Set! 3-19!
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
3 down, 3 down. Hey! All right, here we go. Green!
They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to leave the booth. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
4 down, 4 down. I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
They go with Perkins again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just watch 88.
Darnold on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
There's Perkins on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Single.
Play action. It's Darnold. Finding room inside the 40. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the run, it's Perkins. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
On 1st down, back to Perkins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
A handoff to Perkins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. They go counter. Perkins. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A give. This is Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, boys, we got 4. Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, partner. That play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Wide, get wide. Roy.
Running for it, here's Cole. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Saints, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings,